YouTube, how we doing, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of our road to world number 1. If you watched our last episode, you were probably as let down as I was by the fact that we went to the Pebble Beach Pro-Am and we absolutely just pooped the bed. We finished tied for 63rd at +3. Was not a good showing from us, especially after we just placed inside the top 15 at the Farmers Insurance Open just before that. But the good news is we are moving on to the Waste Management Pheonix Open in Scottsdale, Arizona. And that's just like the best tournament of the year in terms of the vibes on the course, in terms of the excitement around the course, in terms of my favorite course to play on the game. We're going to the stadium course at TPC Scottsdale. I'm very excited to dive into the Waste Management Pheonix Open. So I'm not going to mess around with changing anything. I'm not going to mess around with upgrading the golfer. I'm just going to dive in to the Waste Management Open. And hopefully we can walk away with a top 20 finish. Let's see. Gosh, that's a beautiful course, isn't it? Even on a video game, Scottsdale is just, it's beautiful. All right, we are sitting at -1, leaders -6, Matt Fitzpatrick. I feel like we can make something happen here. This is a, I don't want to say an easy course, but this is a gettable course. I don't know if we're going to get to play my favorite stretch of holes in this particular round, but here we go. Come on, are we going to swing? Thank you. Good start, good start. That wind pushed that a lot more to the left than I was expecting, but it's fine. It's a fine start. Hit this approach shot with the 7-iron. Might even hit it. Oh no, I'm gonna hit a 7-iron. We'll hit a finesse 7-iron up in here. Let the wind kind of push it back towards the hole. I don't expect this to get like, kick in distance, but hey, that's pretty good. 10 feet 9 inches. All right, I've been over-reading these putts like crazy recently, so I'm going to try my best in this round to not overread and overplay the putts, and that's a fantastic start. That is a fantastic start. If you've watched any of the other Road to World Number 1 videos, man, you know that the putting has been a serious, serious struggle. Par 3 here. We're going to go ahead and hit this 7-iron finesse shot again. We kind of aim it at the front edge of the green and let the wind do the work, and maybe it'll sit still. I want it to sit still, but if it rolls out just a hair, that's not too bad. That rolled out more than a hair. Gosh, 33 feet, but that's fine. That's fine. All right, this is certainly going to move to the left here at the beginning. Then it's going to flatten out. So again, I'm going to try not to overread these putts. I'm going to trust my instinct and hit the putts. See, that was a good putt. That was a good putt. I just underhit it a little bit. That's fine. Finish out with a par. Move on to the next. All right, we got ourselves a par 5, so let's try and make something happen here. Just going to aim up this right side of the fairway and kind of let the wind push it back towards the center. Hopefully. Uh-oh. Okay, it kicked to the left, so that's fine. I was really thinking that the wind was going to push that back more to the left, but ended up just kind of riding the wind there. Do you think that 3-wood's going to get up quick enough to get over that tree? Do I need to hit this? Try to hit this a little high. Oh yeah. We were never in danger. Well, that ended poorly. I was so worried about that tree in front of me, I didn't even stop to think about the wind and what direction the wind was going. It's a little pitch shot here, let it run out. Didn't run out as much as I wanted, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I think this is going to be a kind of a double breaker. Maybe just aim at the hole. and let her fly. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is 2 birdies in my first 3 holes played. I think we are beginning to figure things out a little bit. Of course, I said that last time, and then we ended up finishing tied for last place. Wind off the left, tear high, let her fly. It's my motto. It's how I like to live, you know? Tear high, let her fly. 332. I don't know if you can see that. I think my camera is covering it up, but 332. That's a pretty decent drive there. Something on the green. All we're looking for is on the green. Doesn't have to be close, just on the green. Just like that. 28 feet. It's fine. Again, not gonna overread these putts. Just gonna trust my gut. Hey, trusting my gut so far has done me pretty well. That was closer than most of the putts that I hit in the last video, so that's fine. Alright, that was my last hole. Looks like the AI ended up bogeying the final hole, but that's okay. So we finished at -3. That puts us inside the top 10. I'm not mad about it. Second round of the Waste Management Pheonix Open. AI has been kind to us. We're -1. We're still inside the top 15. So we are sitting pretty. We're doing great. Got to start on one of the hardest holes on the course because it's a long par 3 with a small green. We can kind of trundle on down the slope towards the back of the green. Oh, that only works if you hit the green, Joshua. You can only trundle down the slope of the green if you hit the green. Fun fact, if you didn't know that. Alright, now we'll land one here, and we'll let this one trundle on down the slope towards the hole. Just like so. Now we got a 4-footer to make for par. The hardest putt in golf. 4-footer for par. Not going to overread this thing. Going to trust my instinct. Center of the cup. It's a par. It's a good save. Split fairway here, it looks like. I believe this is a par 4. I didn't even look at anything about it. I just... Oh, stay in the fairway. Dang. That's fine. Won't be able to generate as much spin out of this, which is okay. We're going to go ahead and hit an 8-iron because this might come out a little hot and less spinny than you like. Just like so. Just like so. Got a little bit of a flyer lie there. I like that the video game actually has instances where you can catch a flyer lie. Alright, here we go. Trusting my gut with this putt. Ooh. Hey, if anybody is watching this video and you have watched the previous videos, you know without a shadow of a doubt that this is some of the best putting that I've done in a while. So I am pleased with missing that birdie putt by, you know, a foot. All right, do we think we've got the power to cover this bunker? I think we do. Especially with the wind at our back, slightly downhill, I think we can clear that bunker. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Yes, sir. That's what you like to see. 319. 319 is a good number. Hit this 56-degree finesse shot. The wind's going to push it hard to the right. So we're going to aim kind of at the lip of this bunker and hope that the wind pushes it right up close to the hole, just like that. Man, Feels good to be good. You know what I'm saying? Feels good to be good. Now we just got to make the putt. Center of the cup. We're so back. Another long par 3. Wind in my face. It's slightly uphill. So do I hit the 4-iron and risk coming up short, or do I hit the 3 hybrid and kind of lay up on it? I think it's a little finessey 3 hybrid, and maybe that wind will knock it down and it'll hold the green. I doubt it, but yeah. See, this is a mistake that I made last video at Pebble Beach. These higher irons just don't hold the greens when you play that finesse shot like you would expect them to. Or I guess maybe you don't really expect them to. Either way, it doesn't always work out. And now I'm going to put that in the back of my mind, and I'm going to know for next time, hey, just hit the 4-iron, man. Don't worry about hitting this finesse 3 hybrid and trying to hold the green. Just hit the 4-iron. And walk away with a par. Yet again, the AI is bogeying a couple of holes, but that's okay. We end up finishing the day at -5, which is cool. We're inside the top 15. We're not knocking on anybody's door to win this tournament, but top 15 is all we're looking for at this point. Wins will come if we keep being consistent and keep placing inside the top 15. We just got to keep that mindset of pedal to the metal, and we got to keep scoring on those holes that we can score on. Round 3, we are -1 on the round so far. Cool, so we're still inside the top 15. Looks like Max Homa has taken over the lead, which means our third leader on the third day, which is kind of cool. Kind of cool. I'm going to hit this 6-iron just kind of right at the edge of this bunker because I think the wind's going to push it to the left, and it certainly did. Sit still, please. Ah. It's okay. It's okay. A little pitch shot right up here. Let it trundle on down the hill. Just like that. I wanted that to stop about 4 foot shorter than it did, but that's okay. Because that is a makeable 5-footer for par, even though a 5-footer for par, I know I just said in the last round that a 4-footer for par is like the worst putt to have, but a 5-footer for par is actually slightly worse. Par 4, wind at my back. We are just going to tear high and let her fly, gentlemen. Let her rip. Poke it on out there. I feel like we're kind of speed running this entire tournament, but I really, really, really want to play the stadium holes. So I'm playing as fast as I can to get there, and I don't know if it's going to let me. Oh, this is not going to end up... it'll end up okay. Yeah, it's just fine. That's a really good shot. What are you talking about, Joshua? Stop being so mean to yourself. Now don't overread the putt, you idiot. You underread it, you idiot. Yeah. Prime opportunity to put a birdie on the scorecard, and we're walking away with a par. But it's okay, because look, here's the deal. I don't know if any of you have noticed, but through this entire round that I have played, I have not bogeyed a hole under my own power. The only bogeys on my cards have been from the computer simulation. So, all right, we're aiming at the bunker. Is this a mistake? Time will tell, but here we go. Nah, we're good. Look at that. I knew we were good. It wasn't ever going to be a mistake. Okay, wind coming back this direction. We're going to throw a pitching wedge at these people back here. We're not going to throw the pitching wedge. That would be crazy. We're going to throw a ball with a pitching wedge. And the wind didn't do anything. Gosh. That was wild. That wind didn't do anything. It's okay, because we might be able to chip this in. We didn't chip it in. In fact, we're further away from the hole now than we were when we chipped, I think. I don't know if that's true or not, but get in the hole. Back-to-back pars. Obviously, you're not going to win tournaments with back-to-back pars, but back-to-back pars are so much better than back-to-back bogeys. And we're still inside the top 15, which is great news. Great, great, great news. There's this 3 hybrid hole. Remember what I said last time. I learned my lesson. Don't hit the 3 hybrid. Just hit the 4 iron, and if it comes up short, it comes up short. It did not come up short. In fact, the 4 iron landed in the same place as the 3 hybrid. That's crazy. All right, let's nestle this in there. Wow. That swing was bad. Woo. 3 feet. 3 feet for par. That's makeable. Let's move on. Clean this up. Move along. Aiming at this bunker because the wind is whipping off of the left. Smash. Get past that bunker, please. Thank you. Almost got past the second bunker. 304. It's not my best, but certainly pretty good. We're going to hit a finesse shot here. And hope that the wind pushes it hard. Come on, wind. I'm very confused. You all saw the arrow off the left blowing to the right, correct? Because the wind did nothing to that shot. Dang. That is a pretty good pitch shot from that location. Now let's try and make this 7-footer for par. Hey, remember how I said that a 4-footer for par was like the worst putt to have? And then I said that a 5-footer for par is like slightly worse? Hey, it turns out a 7-footer for par is actually worse than both of those. So my bogey-free streak ends on hole number 8 in round number 3. That's okay. That is the most holes that I have played consecutively without a bogey. So I'll take it. And we're still inside the top 20. We just got to make a birdie. Or 2, or 3, or 5 would be fantastic. I feel like we're thinking too hard once we get into the fairway. Because I don't think we've missed a fairway. I could be wrong, but I don't know that we've missed a fairway. But then I think we're thinking about it a little bit too much once we get up here. And we just need to try and give ourselves, you know, some makeable putts. See, like 14 feet for birdie. That's not, you know, perfect. It's not a guaranteed birdie, but it's a makeable putt. Here we go. Not going to overthink it. That one hurts, guys. That one hurts. I'm not going to lie. That one hurts. I really, really needed a birdie there. Really needed a birdie there. And then the AI just kind of killed us, I guess, because they ended up shooting really poorly on the back 9. Yeah. Double bogey, bogey, and then bogey on 16, which is the stadium par 3. So, going into round 4, we got some work to do if we want to make it inside the top 10, which is the goal at this point, is just the top 10. All right, we are not doing well. That's fantastic, but it's okay because today is the day that we have the most holes to play, and we get to play my favorite stretch of holes. So we should be able to go under par here on this back 9 because 15, 16, and 17 are all pretty gettable holes. And 15 is a par 5. And we're starting here on a par 5 that is relatively gettable. There we go. Poke one out there in the fairway. Center cut. 250 yards to the hole. Let's get this thing up here close. I don't even care if we're in the rough. If we're close to the hole, that's all that matters to me. Well, we went into the rough on the back side of the green, which wasn't close to the hole. That ball went a long way. Do we have long flop in the bag? We don't. So we're going to hit a pitch shot that we want to land right about here. I'm not gonna lie, that 3-wood carried a lot further than I expected it to. I expected the 3-wood to end up short, but it's okay, because this looks like a very, very, very makeable birdie putt. Birdie putt there. And then again, like I said, 15, 16, 17, they're all pretty gettable. This is a relatively gettable hole if you hit a good drive. That elevated green with the bunkers on the left is kind of difficult. Depending on the hole location, which I don't actually know for a Sunday. And of course I missed the green, or missed the fairway. Because you're not even really worried about going left. Dude, how did that carry so freaking far? I gotta quit making excuses and just realize that I'm just bad at this game. That's all there is to it. I'm bad. Are you kidding me? Alright, par's fine. Par's fine, because we're moving into that stretch of gettable holes here. Please have a favorable wind. We do. Let's go. Alright, we have a favorable wind. We got a downhill lie into the fairway. We poke one out there into the fairway. We can reach this green into with absolutely no issues. Like that's going to be like a 4-iron to the green. Yeah, see a 4-iron to the green. Actually, it may even be less than that. I could probably hit a 5-iron here. We're going to hit this 5-iron up there, maybe land it short and let it roll. Just like that. Now we got 2 putts at it for birdie. 13 feet for eagle. And this seems like a very makeable putt. I'm just going to aim at the hole because that first line right in front of my ball is moving ever so slightly to the left or to the right. But then the second line is moving ever so slightly to the left. So I'm actually going to aim just a skosh to the right here. And then just trust it. We trusted it. I told you 15, 16, 17 are gettable holes. They're gettable. We're inside the top 25. This cutscene, this animation is wild. This is so crazy.
Here we are at the famed 163-yard par 3 16th at TPC.
All right. The Stadium Par 3. 162, 163 yards. We're going to hit a 9-iron. I'm going to hit this finesse 9-iron because we got a favorable wind here. And hopefully that wind will push it. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine if I had just holed that out? Gosh. 500 par, still outside of the top 20, inside the top 25. But this is a short, drivable par 4. So we're going to aim here because a miss right is still going to give us a good angle at this hole. Yeah, and that's exactly what we got, was a miss right. But that's perfectly fine. Because that's a nice, easy little pitch shot here. Can we hit ourselves a little flop? Get ourselves a little flopper here. And sit down close to that hole. Make us a birdie putt. And move on to hole 18 and then be done with the Waste Management Pheonix Open. That's a birdie. Told you, man, 15, 16, 17. It's a lot of circles. It's a lot of circles. I like this final hole here at TPC Scottsdale as well. It's just, it's not as easy and scoreable as the previous 3. Here we go. Oh, that went way further right than I expected it to, but it's okay. It's okay. Just want to play for the center of the green here. Oh, dang, it didn't quite get up the hill. That's a bummer. I'm going to putt this, though. I think if I aim like back here, I think it should be just fine. I don't think it's going uphill that drastically from this location. And what do you know? I just went 5 under through 4 holes to end the tournament. Was that enough to get me inside the top 15? It's not looking that way. Man, we missed the top 15 by 1 spot. That's all right. That's all right. We're inside the top 20. And at the end of the day, like inside the top 20, inside top 15, inside top 10, none of them are winning the tournament, you know? So inside the top 20, I'll take it. It's not where I wanted to finish this tournament because I like this tournament so much. But hey, we qualified for the Genesis Invitational. So let's take a look at this calendar and see what we've got. Week 5, Genesis Invitational. Week 6, Florida Classic, Arnold Palmer Invitational. And then the Players. So we're just a few weeks away from the Players, which one thing I wanted to tell you is I did change the length of the rounds. So for the majors, so the Masters, the PGA, the US Open, and the Open, I will be playing the full round. So those will likely not be just one video, but the Players, I believe, is still set to quick rounds. So that'll be good to go. I'm very excited. I think Waste Management Pheonix Open was another step in the right direction. We went from last place at the American Express to top 15 at Farmers Insurance to last place at Pebble Beach to top 20 at Waste Management. So we're kind of all over the board right now, manic highs, manic lows, but I think we're going to get it dialed in, and I think things are going to get figured out real quickly before we hop off of here. I did level up in the middle of that, so I have 6 skill points to spend, and I believe the thing to put them in is this short game recovery, because this is going to give me multiple options as far as different shot types. So that's what we're going to do there. And that is it. All right, guys, that is going to do it for this episode of Road to World Number 1. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, to comment, and to subscribe. Turn on that bell notification. If you are enjoying this content, please let me know, because I would love to make more PGA Tour stuff. I would love to do more real life golf stuff once the weather warms up. It is kind of the dead of winter right now. So, but thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.